Bib tag. Bib tag is an excellent opening activity, providing lots of movement, an element of competition, and is game-centred. In an area 20 metres by 20 metres, 4 players carry a clearly visible bib. The other 8 players attempt to maintain possession of 3 or 4 soccer balls by dribbling and passing. If a player with a bib manages to win the ball by tackling or intercepting, or manages to force the keepers to play the ball outside the area, they simply hand their bib to the player responsible for losing possession, and their roles are reversed.
Quick feet. Quick feet sessions are essential if young soccer players are going to develop to their full potential. In many activities, ladders and hurdles are used, but they are not essential. The coach can use markers and/or balls to equally good effect. In all quick feet activities, players must stay light on their feet, take short and quick steps, and exaggerate their arm action and knee lift. You'll be surprised at how quickly even quite young and inexperienced players will be able to move swiftly through the activities, looking poised and well balanced. Remember, players need to develop the technique before going for speed. A very fast completion with very poor technique will in fact have the reverse of the desired effect. In many of the activities shown, a ball is involved at some stage. This is all part of the development. Can players be quick, agile and well balanced and deal with the ball? Quick feet activities need to be completed early in the coaching session to ensure that players are fresh and able to maintain a good tempo and good technique. Across the square. This is an activity to practice running and turning with the ball. Keep the ball close to you at all times and have lots of touches. When you turn, don't stop the ball and try to accelerate out of the turn. The coach can designate which turns are to be used, for example, insides of the feet or drag back as a specific learning tool. The coach can also provide players with the opportunity to express their individuality, flair and imagination when free expression is encouraged.
3 players are positioned on each side of a 10 metre by 10 metre grid square, each with a ball at their feet. Number each side 1 to 4. On the coach's instructions, the players dribble their ball to the opposite side and back again. Call oppositions in succession, for example, 1 then 3, 2 then 4, etc. Use language such as have lots of touches, don't kick the ball too far ahead, be able to touch the ball in each stride, not too fast, keep the ball under control. Let the players have several goes to let the players feel comfortable.
This is the same as the previous exercise, but just before each group arrives at the opposite side, call the second number. For example, call 1 and then 3, 2 and then 4. Remember to reverse the numbers, for example, 3 and then 1, etc. This activity allows players to experience the other players around them when they are turning. Again, use language such as have lots of touches, don't kick the ball too far ahead, be able to touch the ball in each stride, not too fast, keep the ball under control.
This time the coach calls 2 opposite numbers together, 1 and 3, 2 and 4. This activity allows players to feel more comfortable with players in front of them and encourages them to move the ball away from legs and to attack spaces between players.
This exercise allows the player to experience the other players coming from the sides. The coach calls a number, and just prior to them reaching the opposite side, he calls a second number from the side, 1 and then 2, 3 and then 4. All adjoining sides should be used. Remember to reverse the numbers, have several runs. It is important to reinforce, have lots of touches, don't kick the ball too far ahead, be able to touch the ball in each stride, not too fast, Keep the ball under control.
In this progression, the coach calls 2 numbers at once, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, etc. Remember to mix and reverse the numbers once the players become comfortable. Turning Channel 1. This is a good exercise for players to develop their dribbling and turning skills. In this exercise, the players are organised in pairs at either end of a 20 metre by 10 metre channel. The coach places markers in the centre of the channel. A player from each end of the channel dribbles their soccer ball towards the markers, and just before reaching them, they turn away and return to their line. The second player then repeats the exercise, and so on. The coach instructs which turn is to be used: insides, outsides, drag back, and so on. The coach should encourage players to accelerate out of their turn. Turning Channel 2. This is a good exercise for players to develop their dribbling and turning skills. In this exercise, the players are organised in pairs at either end of a 20 metre by 10 metre channel. The coach places markers in the centre of the channel as shown in the video. A player from each end of the channel now dribbles to the central markers before cutting the ball to the side and around the markers before continuing to the opposite end of the channel. The coach then calls for the next pair to go. The coach calls the skill to be used. For example, inside of the right foot, outside of the left foot, right foot drag back, and so on. Players should try to complete their cut in 2 touches, one to the side and one to straighten up before accelerating away. Players should be encouraged to make the cut sharp and away from opposition legs before accelerating away. 4 verse 2. This is a game-centred practice designed to enable players to practice passing and receiving under a degree of pressure. Set up 2 20 metre by 20 metre areas. Organise 6 players of the same colour in each area. Then ask 2 players from each area to change places. You should end up with 4 of one colour and 2 of another in each area. The aim of this drill is for the 4 players of the same team to keep the ball away from the opposing players by passing, dribbling if necessary, and moving around their area. Encourage players to keep moving to form triangles and diamonds and to use correct passing and receiving technique. Example, furthest foot, change feet to change the picture, etc. After about a minute, swap the 2 away from home players until each team member has had a go. The coach may play 2 or even 3 rounds if required. Encourage players to maintain their receiving and passing standards, insides of feet, furthest foot, and change of feet to move the ball away from defenders, and so on. Scoring can be introduced by rewarding the away team for winning possession. Possession is won if they can force the home team to play the ball outside the square, or if the away team can have 2 consecutive touches, either individually or as a pair. They then need to return the ball to the home side so they can try to score again.
Six versus 6 possession game. This game is designed to enable the players to develop their dribbling, passing and receiving skills. In a 40 metre by 30 metre area, play 6 versus 6. Each team tries to maintain possession of the ball for as long as possible. Encourage the players to use the insides of the feet to receive the ball, and then to change feet so as to change the picture. They should also be encouraged to keep the ball away from defenders and to dribble to take the ball into spaces and away from defenders' legs when they need to. Players off the ball need to work hard to form triangles and diamonds so that they keep the passing chance.
Six versus 6. This is a game-centred practice containing all the necessary elements of the game. In an area 40 metres by 30 metres, play 6 versus 6 soccer. There are 5 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. If a goal is scored at either end, change the goalkeepers of both teams. Rotate the goalkeepers so that all players take a turn at being the goalkeeper. There are no corner kicks. If the ball goes out over the back line, it will be a goalkeeper's ball. There is no offside. Take throw-ins as usual. Encourage players to support each other by forming lots of imaginary triangles and diamonds. This is where all our passing, receiving and dribbling skills are put to the test. Encourage players to adopt good habits. These games will help the players learn about attacking and defending and enable them to develop group skills. Let the game be their teacher.
Step over same way. The player dribbles in a straight line before stepping over the ball from the inside to out with the right leg, before immediately using the inside of the left foot to accelerate away. Repeat the exercise by stepping over with the left leg and moving away with the inside of the right foot.